Today I'm looking at NIKL, or the Sprott Nickel Miners ETF. You can see the dividend down here once a year, 37 cents. Not a lot of history. So here's the weekly logarithmic chart, and we're bouncing off the 50. And this is a record distance from the 50, and then we broke up. Got through the 50, tested it, and now we're bouncing off the 100. If I go to the daily, you can see that, let me get rid of this channel, our lines bunched up and our moving averages, and we broke down. And now we've bounced off the 200, and I think we're going to either bounce off the 200 again or come down here to this point of control. You can see we're it's rounding out. We got a lower high, but we got a higher low. There might be another channel here, something like this. You can see that I have some nice touches along the top channel, assuming that this is the top. The midpoint line is very interesting, and on the bottom line, I'm just cutting off this final dip, saying that's a abnormal for what this channel is. If I look at, and so you can see we got this point of control here and a longer term point of control up here. If I do a retracement, and so what I'm retracing is from not this top, but from the point of control, or essentially this top. And I get really nice lines. The 236 makes a lot of contact through here. This 382 is really pretty, and it's a high volume area. And if we come down, we could meet the 200 rate in this area. If we look at the 0.5, it's a decent line here. And then the 618 is not bad. That's a good line at a high volume area. And then here's the 786 in full retracement. If I get rid of this, and I'm going to do an extension from the bottom here to what is the top and back to this point of control approximately, you can see that I also have the 618 has got some nice touches. If I go back far enough, here and here and here, through there, right there. A 0.5 is decent. 382, yeah, that's okay. High volume area though. See those gray bars. And then this 236 got a nice touches here and here. So I really like this fib extension. And so if I put them both on here, you can see the 236 is also the 382 and vice versa up here. So that matches up really nice. So we could see, if I go back to my retracement, you can easily come back to the 382 and test the 200. If we break that, then we've got the 50 and then this point of control in the 618. But I think if we were to come down here and we could bounce off here, this could be support. You can see the support rate. Was resistance and potentially support. It was support here. So this is an interesting place. If it breaks through there, then we could come down all the way to the 0.5 or down here. And I think that bringing the 50 and the 100, bringing them down, and then the 200 can continue to come down. We could gather them all up and make a big run here. But we could easily come down and bounce off the 200 somewhere around this 382. If I look at our parabolic SAR and super trend on the weekly, it's both still bullish. RSI is still bullish, but looking like it could break down. The squeeze momentum is becoming less bullish. And our histograms on the MACD are getting closer together. So we could be heading down. If I go to the daily, you can see we've got mixed signals here. We've got a downward trend on the RSI. We've got a downward trend on the squeeze momentum. And we've got a downward trend on the MACD. Everything's still in positive territory, but just barely. Up here is the RSI Bollinger strategy, and there's not enough data to post anything on the weekly. You can see money flow index has peaked out and is headed down. You can see that the stochastic, it's just, if you look closely, it's just, the blue line is just breaking under, but we're still in real positive territory. And our ADX is saying there's no trend at the moment. If I look at this, let's look at the monthly candles just for fun. Weekly, monthly. So this is the bearish monthly. This one's positive. You can see things are looking up here on the money flow index and the stochastic. But if I go back to, let's see, the weekly, very neutral candles, and daily, it's trying to fight, but you can see here on this Bollinger Band RSI strategy that we're at the upper end. If I come back here, 382 is like a little over $10. So that'd be right here where our moving average is. So we could bounce off of that, or we could break lower. Money flow index is headed down. Stochastics is headed down, and our ADX is saying no trend, but we could start moving up and start a downward trend before we start heading up. Hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.